So I did it. It totally broke down and got myself a fish I've been wanting for years. He is a Barnacle Blenny. And he is so tiny. I love him. Look at him. He's got a little wiggly head. And his eyes can't figure out which way they want to go. Oh my gosh. He's the cutest thing on earth, you guys. Look at him. And Brian is down here. And he just, oh my gosh, he just wants to be this little guy's best friend. He says, you look like you have some pretty dirty gills. And I would definitely like to get into those little gill flaps and clean them out for you. Won't even charge you. Just let me get in those gill flaps. Oh my gosh. Brian is stoked. Tobias is down here. I wonder what he's gonna think of the newcomer. He's probably gonna freak out a little bit. I also got another critter that I really loved that I had in my last saltwater tank. It's a, my pet store had him labeled as a Halloween hermit crab. Let's see, there we go, now it's focused. I've only seen them as an orange banded hermit crab. I'm sure that they have many a common name. That was the bird. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this little teeny tiny pipsqueak right here. Oh gosh, he looks like a snack. He looks too tiny and too cute to even be allowed. Oh, he's the cutest little fish I have ever seen. I love him. I did realize that I do not actually have a barnacle for the Barnacle Blenny to live in. He is loving these little rock crevices right now, or at least it's the place where he feels the most safe. He's too scared to go exploring. I do have this super cool seashell down here that Tobias really likes to go in. So I'm thinking the Barnacle Blenny might set up shop in there, but that might be too small. Not really, I mean, too big. He might be too small for it. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of cracks and crevices and places in this rock for him to hide. There's the Nemos. Hi, Nemos! Hi, Nemos! I love clownfish. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is it, though. I am so officially at my cap for fish. It's ridiculous. I probably shouldn't even have 2 clownfish in here. I do own a 36-gallon tank, and one day when I have a bigger home to live in, the 36-gallon bow front will be set up as the clownfish tank. And then this will be my frag tank for fragging off all my corals. If any of you watching this are diehard reefers, that is people who run and maintain saltwater tanks and not any other variation of what the word reefer could potentially mean, you will probably be horrified by that hideous algae that I have been trying to keep you all from looking at. Fear not, though. I did when honestly, I bought RO water. And when I was buying that wonderful water that you'll be happy to hear that I finally bought, well, I splurged, and that's where this little guy came from. I know. I did it. I impulse bought. By impulse buy, I mean I've been researching these things for I don't know, how long does this take to set up? I've been researching them since February, and I had researched them a lot during my last fish tank, or saltwater tank. So it's not like I went into it blind. I know what they like and what they eat and their temperament and the fact that they're just adorable and nothing else. Oh, he hates Brian. That was sad. But, yeah, he's really freaking cute, and I'm kind of glad that I finally just broke down and did it, because He looks like the tiniest eel on Earth, and I am loving watching him. His movements are intense. Oh, look at his little body. Look at that head movement. He's so cool, and those eyeballs go nuts. Yeah. I saw him at the store, and he was at a really reasonable price, and I was like, snap, this is happening. And then I saw my orange-banded hermit crab there as well, and I was like, oh no, what are they trying to do to me? I just wanted 5 gallons of water. So I bought my RO water, got my jug, obviously, to put the water in, and then bought more critters. This tank is at cap, I have to tell myself over and over and over again. I can't put any more critters in here. I needed him, though. Look at him. How could I not need him? Oh, he's really, really special. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're gonna take a peek at everyone else here, too. Just because I love watching this thing. Clownfish! Yeah, this is a pretty good little tank. It works perfectly in my place. Tiny but maintainable, decent light. The corals all seem super happy. I got paid again, so I'm going to start working on getting the pieces for my refugium. Those of you who know what reefs and corals and fish and all this stuff is, will know what I mean when I say refugium. But, for those of you who are like, what? A refugium is a place in the filtration system that serves as a sort of like a controlled, natural biological filtration before it goes into the artificial or simulated filtration system. I'm going to put big porous rocks in the bottom of it, kind of like, they look like the ones that you use to scrub your feet. They might even be the same thing, I'm not entirely sure. But I put those at the bottom. I put a little UV light back there, you know, something where you can get like plant growth or whatever. Dump a whole bunch of copepods in there, which are teeny tiny, like, they're plankton. Just assume plankton, tiny animals. So I pour those guys into the back. They go and live in the porous rocks, and as like extra fish food or waste or whatever, like particles get sucked into the back filter area, the tiny little copepods will eat that. And then I take a type of macroalgae or like a beneficial algae and I plop that back there. It looks like a glob of seaweed. It's the coolest thing. Like, it looks like the stuff from a seaweed salad. And as soon as I stop this video, I'm going to be Googling to see if it is the same thing that is in a seaweed salad. But anyway, you put that stuff in the back. It grows because of the UV light that's back there. And it absorbs a bunch of the harmful nitrates out of the water. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to set that up in the back, like, filter area. Back in here, there's some chambers where I can do that. I have the money to buy the light, so I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get the rocks. There's already copepods in here. I see them floating around in between the algae bits. So I'm going to get the rocks, I'm going to get the light, so then copepods can at least start, like, settling themselves into the filtration system. Then when I get paid again, I will get the little algae glob, and then I'm gonna go nuts and buy the big old bottle of copepods and phytoplankton, which is a type of like an algae or plant matter plankton that you feed to the tiny animal plankton. It's involved, but it's gonna be cool. Uh-oh, there's a cloud of debris. I wonder what that means. Somebody's sifting something. Oh, look at that cool crab moving. Oh, I like him. I'm a sucker for hermit crabs, you guys. They are so cute, and they have the funniest little personalities, and I love watching them choose new houses, aka shells. It's the funniest thing to watch. This tank is mesmerizing. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long. I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted you to see my new, crazy purchases, because I'm nuts. I'm still super excited to get, like, more corals in here, but I do want to do the refugium before I start, like, going crazy and buying a bunch of corals. I think I'm going to stick with just soft corals. I do have my eyes on a lot of, like, large polyp stonies, so who knows. My resolve might break and I might get at least one large polyp stony, but I'm going to try and stick with just, like, zoas, polyps, and mushrooms, I think, but we will see. I want to get like some good movement up here. I mean, this thing right here looks fantastic and it just needs movement. Also, some like waving polyps up at the top would be really cool, but I don't know what can handle that kind of light and movement without taking over the entire tank. That's my big concern right now. So I'm having to be kind of slow and kind of careful with what goes in here because I have such limited and precious real estate. I mean, these guys, I'm already like, I'm gonna have to chop them up at some point. And Zoas are kind of scary for slicing and dicing. He's gonna be easy. Little toadstool up here, I can frag him no problem. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna do a lot of Googling. I'm not too worried about him. I mean, if he just kind of grows and gets bigger, that's fine. He's in a good place for that, and I have no intention of putting anything else near him. He's just gonna stay there and do his thing. Those are gonna stay there and do their thing. I'm hoping to get like some other colored mushrooms to kind of like pepper in with them. That'd be cool. He's got his spot. He's claimed this part of the reef, and I'm leaving it like that. So this is kind of where I'm at. I'm thinking a Florida Recorday. I don't know. I'm a reader, not a speaker. I don't really know how to pronounce a lot of these names, but I'm thinking one of the little Florida guys sort of in the back. You wouldn't really see it from the front, but there's a really good plateau on the back rock here where like something should fit. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get somebody back there. I think this is just gonna be like zoas and other polyps though, and I need something with flow that isn't going to take over and choke out the rest of my corals. Like I've looked at yellow polyps, but they take over. And I've looked at star polyps, but they take over. And I've looked at xenia. Oh my god, I would die to have a xenia in here. I want a xenia so bad. But they take over. So I don't know what to do. Like I want a nice, easy to maintain coral that isn't gonna die off on me. But I also don't want them to take over. So that's kind of where I'm at in my process right now. I have gone on 2 minutes beyond where I said I was going to go, so maybe I should end this lovely little video. That is my wonderful fish tank update though, so hopefully we'll be getting some more bird videos up here since I did kind of start this whole channel for the bird. Huh, bird? Helping me with the video? Oh, thank you. Anyway, so that's that. I really do need to come up with a sign-off phrase or thing, something to say goodbye. I guess I'll workshop that. For the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!